Hello and welcome back to Capital City Beads. In this video, we are going to be making some super spooky, pretty adorable beaded spiders using wire. You need quite a bit of beads. We need some 10mm round beads or a funky shape to make his body. I'm using jumbo 33 seed beads. They have a large hole, so I need to plug it with a size 8 seed bead, size 11 neon green seed beads, 3mm neon green seed beads, and some matte black bugle beads for his legs. We need 2 pliers. We need a round nose plier, a needle nose plier that's nice and smooth on the inside, as well as a wire cutter. We are going to be using some glue at the end. You can just keep that to the side. You're going to need 2 head pins. That's what we're going to start with, putting his body on there, and some 24 gauge wire for his spidey legs. We're going to start by cutting his 4 legs. I cut about 5-6 inches. I'm not really a big ruler person, just about 6 inches, you can eyeball it. We need 4 pieces for his legs. Once we've got those 4 pieces, we need to create a little loop in the middle of them. I'm just smoothing them out a little bit with my fingers. They don't need to be perfectly smooth. So pinch the middle of that wire with your round nose plier, and with your finger push one side up and around and push the other side up and around. We're just creating a little loop there in the middle so that we can string this onto his body. We're going to repeat this for all 4 pieces. So pinch the middle, push that wire up and around, and then push the other side up and around. Once you've created a loop on all 4 pieces, we can now start stringing them onto his body. We're going to use our head pin. I'm starting with my head. Since I'm using a jumbo seed bead, the hole's really big and that head pin will slip through, so I use a size 8 seed bead as a little stopper so that I can use that jumbo seed bead. I needed to use those stripes, so I made it work. I added a size 8 seed bead on the other side of his head as well. We're now going to string on all 4 of his legs. These are going to spin and spiral and be super weird and floppy. Don't worry. As we add the beads, they kind of fall into place a little bit better, but we do want all 4 on there. Now that his legs are on there, we're going to slide on his body. And then we're going to create a wire wrap loop to keep the body and the legs and the head in place, and create a loop for us to attach our ear wire or our jump ring, whatever you're going to be making. So pinch that wire with your round nose plier, nice and close to that big bead. Push it away from you to a 90-degree angle. Rotate your plier, push that wire back, making a circle around that top part. Stick the bottom of your plier in the loop and wrap the wire underneath, creating a full circle. You can now use your chain nose plier to pinch that loop while you twist the wire around a couple times to complete your wire wrap loop. Sorry, I kind of went out of the shot a couple times, but it's all right. We just need to make a nice secure loop up there. Snip off that excess wire, and you can use your chain nose plier to tuck the little nub back in so that there's nothing sharp there that can rub on skin or catch on clothing. All right, now it's time to bead up his little legs. They do wiggle around a lot, like I said. Try not to worry about that too much. We are going to reposition them when we're all done at the very end. The only thing you want to kind of keep track of is the order that they're in. So that first one we slid on, those are going to be his front legs. And then the next one, we don't want to use like one of the front legs as the back leg, or you're going to end up with a big wiry mess there in the middle. So just kind of try to keep them nice and clean and do one wire at a time. I kind of push some of his other legs out of my way while I work on the front one. So I'm going to work front to back with his legs. So we're going to string on 5 size 11 seed beads. We're going to add a bugle bead, just one bugle bead. And now we're going to create his little knee. I do a combo, a size 11, a 3mm, and a size 11 for his knee. Add one more bugle bead, one more size 11 seed bead. And now we're going to create a tiny little loop so that those beads don't fly off. Use the very tip of your round nose plier and pinch as close to that size 11 seed bead as you can. Take that wire and just wrap it full circle all the way around that little tip, just creating a tiny little circle. Once you've got that little circle pretty much closed, you're going to snip that off with your wire cutter. This is not fancy, it's not a perfect, it's just a little bend in the wire to keep those beads from falling off. Now we're going to do the other leg. 5 size 11 seed beads. I accidentally put on 6, so I have to take that one off. We're going to add our bugle bead and then our cute little kneecap, size 11, 3mm fire polish, size 11. One more bugle bead and one more size 11. We need to create another loop so that these beads don't fly off. So you're going to pinch again really close with the very tip of your round nose plier and wrap that wire right around the tip of that plier, creating a little bend in the wire so that those beads stay on. You want to be careful when you're making those loops not to mess with it too much. The wire is pretty thin, and the more you work it with your plier, the more you pinch at it and twist it, you are hardening it. And if it gets too hard, it will snap, and you'll have to remake that leg and kind of wrap that back on there. You're going to continue this same process for all 4 of his legs. The same amount of beads, it never changes. You're going to do the same combination on every single leg, adding that loop at the end. Once all of those legs are on there, then we can shape him into his nice little spider stance. As you're working through them, try not to mess with them too much. Again, like I said, the wire hardens and you don't want to snap his legs. When you are working through this, try to position the beads on the top of his back. So you want all the beads to kind of lay along the top. You can see here I've finished all of my legs and the beads are all coming out of the top. The legs still do want to spin a little bit. That's okay, we're going to glue that at the end. So now you can shape his legs into his little spider stance. I'm bending them at the kneecap. I like making his front paws or legs kind of go forward like he's like grabbing something, and then all the other legs are going to bend up. And then the back legs, I bend them and kind of make them go towards the back of his body a little bit more to the back rather than to the side. When you put him down on the table, he should be able to stand there in a little spider stance. We want to glue the back of these. I don't want my legs spinning around or moving around, so I use some Hypo cement to dab some glue into like his spider belly. This kind of keeps all those wires in place so that your spider legs don't move around while these earrings are being worn. So just fill the center of that. This is the back of the spider. You don't really see it. This glue also is awesome and dries clear, so it's not gonna affect the integrity of your beads. So just fill that with glue, and then you're gonna make sure you close your Hypo cement because it dries out really quickly. So you wanna make sure you always put the lid back on. And we're gonna let these guys dry. The last step is to attach your ear wire. Make sure that your loop is facing the right direction for the type of ear wire that you're using. My loops need to be in opposite direction for this ball and coil French ear wire. To open this ear wire, you're going to use your needle nose plier and twist that loop open to the side. Don't pull it out, you want to twist it open. Stick on your spider, twist it back closed. Oop, don't pinch your beads. I could have cracked my bugle and been very sad. Twist it closed. Put on the other one and enjoy. You can use a pretty wide variety of beads for these guys. I've used gemstones for the body, fire polish for the head, play with colors and textures. These are just a great, super fun, kind of spooky Halloween earring. You can find all of these supplies and more DIY tips and tricks on my website, capitalcitybeads.com.